I thought it was a good step forward for us today. We had 4 really good practices over the last 3 days in preparation for today's game. I thought we showed some progress at the defensive end. Still have a long way to go there, but I thought we took a step forward. Was really pleased with their unselfishness at the offensive end to have 19 assists, only 5 turnovers. I thought we did a good job taking care of the ball, passing up good shots to get an even better shot, and was pleased with some of our contributions all the way through the lineup.
How much is this offense trying to focus on creating a post presence? I felt like Terrell and even Jalen, in some respects, were really working hard just on the baseline trying to attack.
Yeah, not even so much as a post presence, but a paint presence. And that paint presence can come in the form of dribble penetration, post feeds, offensive rebounding. I think we have to put more value in owning that painted area. And what it leads to, we got the ball inside, and we took a lot of threes, but we shot 46% from behind the arc. They end up being higher percentage threes when you're able to get the ball into the paint before you kick out and take those shots. So, but I was pleased to see Terrell working down there on the block. I thought Jalen gave us tremendous effort getting to the offensive glass, had 4 offensive rebounds. And, all in all, you see the 46 points in the paint. I thought that was a critical stat for us.
You talk about that paint presence with, like 2 or 3 minutes left in the first half, you only attempted 3 free throws. Is that a concern, or is that just kind of the way the game went tonight?
No, I think that's an area we definitely have to get better. It's been a weakness of ours, and it comes back to that paint presence, not only the post presence, but our ability to get the ball in the painted area with the way the game's supposed to be called now with the rules emphasis. It's hard to contain dribble penetration. So I think we need to be in attack mode. Our athletic wings, guys like Ja'Kai Taylor and DeMarcus Broker, that's why I don't want them just settling for 3-point shots. I want them attacking the basket to get to the free throw line.
Your defense was able to create 28 points off of turnovers tonight. Were you happy with the intensity of it?
I thought we were much improved there. I thought we did a better job guarding the basketball, which has really been the whole downfall of our defense from opening night on. When you can't guard the basketball, it breaks your defense down. It puts you in difficult rebounding positions. And I thought we did a better job containing the ball tonight. That enabled our defense to be more solid. We stayed out of scramble situations and stayed out of rotations. And then at the same time, I thought our guys did a nice job of picking their spots, when to gamble out in passing lanes. I thought the 4 steals that Bryce had in the first half were huge.
How quickly are you becoming, gaining more trust, with Ja'Kai Taylor? We knew what he did in Ohio, and tonight he was good up until the end.
Well, I love Ja'Kai Taylor. The best thing about him is he's all in. He's bought into the team. He wants to do whatever he can do to help the team. He works his tail off. He does everything he's asked of by the coaches, and he's about the team first and foremost. So he's going to continue to have a great deal of success. He makes some mistakes out there on the floor, but he makes up for them with tremendous effort. And he's been very efficient at the offensive end of the floor. I thought in that first half, it kind of stayed a 6 to 8 point game there for a long stretch, and Ja'Kai came in, banged in 2 quick threes, made another good play. He crashes the offensive glass. I'm really excited about his future here.
Coach, DeMarcus Broker, the first half, he was perfect from the floor and from behind the arc. He had 14 points, and then we really didn't hear from him again in the second half. Why do you think that is?
Well, he didn't play as many minutes in the second half. Didn't need to. I thought he was terrific in the first half, minus the ridiculous 3-point shot that he fouled on. And he knows better than that. But I thought other than that, he was awesome. He knocked down 2 open threes. He drove the ball to the basket. He really defended, and it enabled him to get out in the open floor and make some plays at the basket, which he really excels at. I think DeMarcus is a very unselfish player, so I think that second half he really was just more focused in on distributing the ball and really trying to be a defensive presence for us. But in the first half, both ends of the floor, I thought he was terrific.
Your team was able to make a pretty sizable run there to close the first half and gain some momentum going into the locker room. Was that because of the defensive intensity picked up, or was it because of getting out in transition, or was it both? Or?
Yeah, it was strictly the defense. What happened at the defensive end of the floor? Bryce got out in the passing lanes, forced 4 steals that led to easy baskets in transition. DeMarcus was fantastic defensively. Gilbert had a great trap there to turn them over on the last possession of the half that led to a basket. I thought our offense was fueled by our defensive intensity there to end the half, and I thought that was huge to go in. Instead of going in 8 or 9 up, we went in up 20, feeling good about ourselves.
What does a game like this show you? I mean, coming off the Ohio trip, it's still kind of technically break. Not a lot of students here. What as many people here as there usually are. But you come out, like you said, 57% from the field, efficiency up and down. What does a game like this show you about your team?
Well, I think we have a good basketball team. I think we're a work in progress. We're going to continue to be. I thought we carried over what we worked on the practice floor. I thought we had 4 really good practices over the last 3 days where we focused in on the defensive end of the floor. We focused on taking care of the ball and making better decisions. And to the credit of our players, I thought they really carried that over to tonight. Now, the big thing is, how do we move forward from here? Do we gain some confidence? Do we continue to make the corrections at the defensive end of the floor? Because we have a big week of basketball coming up as we go to SIU on Tuesday, and then we play a very talented Detroit team at home on Saturday night.
What did you think about McGee's minutes tonight, and when did you know he was going to be a go tonight?
Yeah, I thought he got back. His first day back at practice would have been Wednesday. Still looked a little ginger, but he looked a little sore, but he fought through it. We practiced twice that day. He battled through. As I told G, he's been out 3 weeks. But he hadn't done anything. He had a very severe ankle sprain, so you can't expect to come back in and play perfect right away. I think he's do a better job moving forward, just letting the game come to him. He's a good player. He's an experienced player. I think he'll really be able to help our team as we go forward.
Just looking at the free throw line, you guys went 3 for 5 in the first half. In the second half, it was 8 for 13. What are you expecting? Are you expecting them to attack more? Why were we not getting to the free throw line?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the numbers here. I think a lot of it was, the baskets we were able to get in transition that were fueled by our defense. They were really just uncontested layups. And so I think when you look at the efficiency of the offense, 57% from the floor, 46% from 3, so we were probably somewhere around 65% from 2. Just that we didn't end up having to take a lot of contested shots, and I think that's a credit to our guys. I think when they drove it into the lane, and A&M did a good job collapsing on them, instead of forcing it and trying to get to the line, I thought we kicked out to open shooters. So when your shooting percentages are there from 2 and from 3, I'm not as concerned about how many free throw attempts we got. I think our guys, really it's just a credit to their decision making, and instead of forcing, they made the smart plays and led to open shots, uncontested shots.